Hello, today is Video Journal Week 5. I tried to record this earlier, and I would guess, roughly 1 to 2 minutes in, and I noticed I wasn't recording it. I thought I clicked the button and everything, I guess not. So, this week has actually been pretty good for me. Mainly today. I've had some other struggles this week, but mainly today was really nice. Today I was actually struggling earlier with overthinking. Just really obnoxious overthinking. And I was just kind of scrolling on YouTube. I felt like extremely unmotivated to do anything today. And I saw a video actually, literally titled How to Actually Stop Thinking. And I was like, well, that's my literal problem right now. So I clicked it. And there was this dude, and he was like sitting next to a tree, and he was like spitting wisdom, you know what I'm saying? And he made me come to a realization. So he asked a question in the video. Is that when you're overthinking, ask yourself this question: who's thinking these thoughts? And what I started to realize from that was I don't like my thoughts. They're being annoying right now. So, you know what? I'm not thinking them. Because if I was, I'd freaking turn them off. Like, are you kidding me? I'd turn them off. It's not me that's thinking the thoughts. And when I realized that, I just felt so much more inner peace and calm. It was just immediately, right when I realized that, the awareness of my thoughts just made them stop. And I've just felt so calm all day. It's crazy because I've always known that I wasn't my thoughts and that, I'm not the one thinking my thoughts. But that video actually showed me that I wasn't my thoughts. And that was huge because that has really helped me realize that I am not my thoughts. And it just made them all kind of disappear for a sec. What did I just pick up? Got some shrooms. Nice. But yeah, that was super helpful, honestly. I wasn't expecting to just get that big wisdom dropped on me, but I kind of did, and it was awesome. And it made me had a really good day with editing. Everything just went a little smoother, and I felt calm basically all day. The things happen, yeah, my family's chaotic as heck, and a bunch of stuff popped up, but overall I felt pretty chill. So stuff's growing everywhere. More mushroom. Okay. I've learned a lot of great ways to make the process of editing more efficient. And I've really realized the focus of focusing on one thing at a time, because I used to be so slow. I'd cut my stream, put the clip down, edit it, and then do that process over and over and over. But it'd be just that one clip, or one little section. Either one clip or one section of my edit, my clips, I'd be editing. And what I've really realized is that I am now doing passes where it's where you focus on one thing at a time, and that has been super helpful. So what I'm doing now, what I'm gonna do for my next video, but I've kind of picked up mid editing this video, is I'm gonna do all the voiceover, then all the cutting, then put all the clips together, then do all the edits I need to do. And breaking them down into those little steps is just so much faster and so much more efficient than just trying to do all of every single thing of one section at once. It was so slow doing it that way. And I have to thank my main man, Lucas, my YouTube vidIQ coach, because dude told me about passes. And I was sort of like getting close to learning it, but he really like pushed me over the edge and was like, hey, I'm doing this thing called passes. You should be doing this. And I was like, dang. I started doing it. I was like, dang, you know, like it's actually good stuff. I should have opened that. But like, dude, it just went, everything just went like so much like quicker with that. And it was great. It was amazing. I loved it. Super happy about that. I am just like putting all of this stuff together so much faster. And tomorrow is yet another stream day. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow and the next day, 6 to 10 CST. Pull up. Just kidding, you don't have to. If there's anybody even watching this. Which, actually, I've been getting decent views on the weekly video journals. Thank you all very much. I think these ones are, like, better, because there's just, like, more interesting stuff. But, it's a little annoying, because my Aunt Kelly came out from California, and she's, like, coming over to the house that night. Tomorrow night. And I'm like, I wish I would have known, because I want to hang out with her. I don't see her, like, super often. So, I guess I'm just gonna be streaming instead of hanging out with her, which was, like, not my plan if, like, it would have gone smoothly. I wish I could have done it tonight, because I wasn't... I mean, I'd be farther back in editing, but I'd do it for, like, seeing my aunt, you know? Like, she doesn't come out every day, so... I'd trade being a little bit farther back, in editing. I would trade being farther back in editing to have, like, time with her, you know? It's just... It's okay. I just wish I was given more notice, and I would have, like, known that this was actually happening. But I am glad to be streaming again, though. It should be pretty fun. I guess one of, like, the only, like... One of the, like... main things that's... I wouldn't say main things, but one of, like, the little things that's been bothering me lately is, like, the fact that I live in Kansas, bro. Like, good grief. Don't get me wrong. I'm thankful to live in a safe place in the world. But goodness, it is boring here. It is... I hate living in a boring suburb, bro. Like, there's just like nothing to... I genuinely feel like I'm not meant to be here. Home does not feel like home. It is just like not... It's just like not great. And my family has recently considered like moving to Arkansas, which I love Arkansas because they got mountains and it's pretty, and there's like nice little rural towns and stuff. We stayed in this one little town when we went on vacation there, and it was just so gorgeous there. And it was a cheap area too. Like, Arkansas is cheap. So it's like, oh my gosh, like it's just like, and all of it like sounds great and we're like thinking about it, but like they haven't like fully committed yet. And like, you know, I have been told that we would move out into the country in Kansas since I was in late elementary school. So whenever I hear, oh, we should move, I immediately think, should. My mind immediately puts a lot of emphasis on the should that has just been said. So I'm just waiting for them to get serious. However, I did make an Arkansas planning doc. I got a Google Doc, and I've been planning some stuff to show my dad how we can realistically afford to live there. I've done my research on like investments, and I've done my research on like what I think they could like realistically make there, and how much savings we could make, we could have moving there versus staying here, because it is a cheaper area and there are a few expenses we could get rid of moving there. And I realistically think that we can eventually, but I don't think they're gonna like... I don't think my parents are immediately gonna jump for it, unfortunately. which I get, but man, I'm just ready to be out of this state. My weekly video was a video called "The Cure for Self-Help Fatigue" by Joe Hudson. And he basically talks about how something that I've actually been experiencing. That's why I watched it. Something that I've been experiencing where I watch these like self-help videos on YouTube, and then sometimes they'll like make me feel good for like a little bit, and then they all of a sudden just like won't anymore. And so he kind of goes into that. He has 4 parts in his video. Part 1 where he talks about make it yours. Like, you can't just like watch a YouTube video, you know? You have to, here's the thing, you have to like make it your own. You have to feel it within your body. You have to like try it out for yourself, because if you just listen to what's happens in a video, what they're talking about in the video, it's just gonna go in one ear and out the other. So you're not gonna actually like get anything from it. And then part 2 was like no quick fixes. Like, transformation doesn't happen instantly. He was talking about how transformation works when you see parts of yourself you don't want to see, and see patterns you don't want to see, and get intimate with them. And I personally feel like I've been doing a decent job of that. I've been trying to like journal more and like trying to figure out like what stuff am I trying to like hold myself back from, and I've been really trying my best not to hold myself back, not hold my back. Yeah, hold myself back. But that was another thing. Part 3, he says, wait, oh, that was no quick fix. Part 3 is no quick transformation. And he's basically saying, if you have a problem, you have a relationship with yourself that is not working. Every problem that you have, I shouldn't say every, but I think he implied that every. He didn't necessarily. If you have a problem, you have a relationship with yourself that isn't working. And so you need to figure out how to fix that part of the relationship with yourself so that it does work. That's the big thing. Whoa! I don't know if I caught whoa, a football fish. I've never caught one of those before. I'm gonna turn that in. But yeah, if you have a problem, you have a relationship with yourself that isn't working, and you need to fix it and like figure out basically what way of like reframing it, what angle of attack can you look at it from to where it will benefit you better, you know? And then part 4 is, in a war with yourself, you will always lose. Welcome the thing that you don't want to feel. And basically, just like, if you're fighting yourself, you're not gonna win. Like, so many times you try to fix like a problem and you're just like trying to fight yourself, and that just doesn't work out. And I've honestly noticed that for myself too. I need to like figure out a different angle of attack, because being in a war with myself doesn't work. And when I do these videos, especially after watching that video, I always write notes, but another thing I write is, how can I use this in reality? And so I wrote 3 things. Design experiments so I can figure out what's true. So like, if I watch a video, I need to test it out for myself, figure out how I can test it out for myself. And then 2, I came up with a journal prompt. Is there any part of myself I'm not trying to see? That is a good thing. That's a good thing to like try to like look into and like understand a little bit better. And then another thing I thought about, I guess this isn't really how I can use this in reality, but is a question that I did have for myself, is how can I change a relationship for myself? That might be a journal prompt too, honestly. Something that I need to like work on and like really think about. Because I think he's really correct with saying like it is like a relationship thing. I really am seeing that from, I mean, just like the video that I watched today about overthinking, that really like changed how I looked at myself. That really like changed my relationship with myself. Like, genuinely, like I know, so like, it was a self-help video and I'm like talking about all this self-help stuff, and that I had an instant transformation today. I know it seems ironic, but I genuinely think that I had like that change in relationship with myself. Anyways, only got 15 minutes. I am an unstoppable entertainer. Have a great history night.